You think that the quality of artist, or is it the music that is diminished over time?
Both.
Why?
I think both. I think as much as I use technology to my advantage as a producer and a vocal producer, it also has watered down, I think, the workload that an artist really has to do. For example, when I cut certain records of mine, it was a stand and deliver, art form. You went in, you cut the tracks, you picked the best one or two, or you could put some pieces together, but by and large it was a true performance of a vocalist in a booth. And that's really how I cut vocals too. I don't like to cut and paste different, I do ultimately, I comp vocals, but to give the artist the true experience of being an artist in the booth, I let them sing the whole dadgum song so that they have some ownership of what they're putting out. And then hopefully by the time I've done what I do on my end and comp it and really take the best of the best of the best pieces of what they offered me in 8 or 10 or 15 takes, put it together and sew it up and really make it like one complete performance, they have a vocal map then that they can go back and learn that makes them a better artist, that they can perform that song as good as they can possibly be at that time. But I do think that it's made artists lazy. I think that people have gotten lazy because they're too dependent on technology or engineers and producers to fix them.
Right.
Oh, we can fix that. It's like, well, why don't you work at fixing that?
Right.
Or being more responsible for what you're doing? And then, people use stem tracks live. I understand it, I really do, but we're cheating audiences out of the real performance aspect of who the artists are and should be. And the artists are also not striving for that bar to be the best that they can be. Think about world-class athletes. When they're in the game, they don't use stem tracks.
Right.
They play the real game.
Right.
They're not using stand-ins. That they have to perform. And I believe that musicians and singers should have to perform. Me personally, and I don't say this in vanity, I say it to you in truth, at my age, I can still walk into a room of 200 or 500 or 1,000 people, it doesn't matter to me, and I can hold them in my hand because I'm an entertainer. I understand how to do that, and I can blow the doors off with my voice. If I don't walk my walk and talk my talk, then what am I doing leading other people to that water to drink? So it's really a matter of maintaining that excellence, and my hope and what I do is to sow that into every client that we work with, national or not.